everyone, it's MAREE here, founder of Beauty and Soul. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to cover my favorite makeup finds of 2023, but I thought a nice way to kind of show you would be to put on my makeup using the products that I've picked for this episode of Best of 2023, I guess. As you can tell, and I have to caveat this every video, I'm currently 38 weeks pregnant and the tiredness is real. Like, I look back and I can't believe I was complaining about being uncomfortable, big and tired at 30 weeks, taken on a whole new level at the moment. So I have water, I might have to stop and start quite a bit. But yeah, I think a lot of you know I'm not really that big into makeup. We have a small curation of makeup products, mainly lip tints on Beauty and Soul, but it's definitely something that I want to widen. I think when we first started in 2016 curating K-Beauty for the UK, we actually did have a much wider range of makeup and it didn't sell. So we then pared that back, focused on skincare. But I think ever since COVID, and I guess after lockdown, a lot of people have started to embrace makeup a lot more. There's obviously a lot of color personalization going on in Korea, and Korean makeup is so nice because they have really flattering shades, really subtle, it's not very in your face, it's kind of fresh, and that's how I personally like my makeup. One thing I will say is the big issue for me on Korean makeup is the lack of shade range when it comes to base products. So we used to have BB cushions, but I just didn't agree with the fact that Korean manufacturers were coming out with only 2 shades, which are super pale and really not diverse. So thankfully there are some brands that are now embracing that, Laneige being one of them. I think they've got 40 different shades that you can get tailor-made at their Laneige store in Myeongdong. You should definitely go do that if you're visiting Seoul. But we're starting to see more K-beauty brands coming out with a wider range of shades, including the first product, which I'm going to talk about. And this is the BB Moringa Ceramide, I think it is. Yeah, tinted moisturizer. So they market this as makeup and sunscreen. I look at it as a tinted moisturizer. I definitely would not solely rely on this for my sun cream protection. I've just put on factor 30 and then I'll put this on top. But I've talked about this, I think, several times, especially in my monthly favorites, and I absolutely have loved this. The finish is really nice and it leaves a subtle glow, but nothing too dewy, and a little goes a long way. I love the handy tube. So the first thing I will be going in is with this BB cream from Hamish, which I believe comes in about 6 to 8 different ranges. We are going to be curating this soon, so I'm really excited for you guys to try this. But yes, this is my first product. So you can tell that this is much loved. The top is a bit gross, but I usually use about 2 pumps. Like I said, a little bit goes a long way, and I do apply this with a puff. I'm just opening a clean puff, just like that, and then I just do like a few dots around before I kind of blend it in. But I find the finish just really nice. It's not too cakey. I don't really like thick foundations. I should probably say which shade I'm currently using. So this is 23N Light Medium. When I did have my color personalization done in Korea on my last trip in October, they did say that I have neutral undertones, so slightly pink, slightly yellow undertones, but that I should always look for a base that has neutral undertones, and I'm usually light medium in shade range, but like I said, the shade range for this one is quite good. So I'm really glad that Hamish listened to feedback about the lack of diverse shade range. Hint, hint to other skincare brands that should be embracing that as well. They would reach such a wide audience, especially internationally, if they came out with more shades, because some of the shades like shade 13 and 21 are just far too pale. Like, I can't get away with those for sure. Definitely more of a 23, 25, but even sometimes in the summer, maybe 27. So yeah, that is the base. And see, I think it just like lifts it. I mean, if anything, this might be a little bit too light. Maybe I should go for 25. But but it does kind of sink in quite nicely, but it just feels very light to touch, and I've been loving this. This is my second tube of this one. They kindly sent me the whole range to try when they first launched, and then I was testing them out. I really liked it, and then yeah, got given a little bit more, and then I've been giving some to friends to try with different shade ranges. So yes, hopefully we'll be getting this one soon on Beauty and Soul. Okay, so the next product I'm going to go in with is my brows, and for this I've picked the brow mascara from Hints. This is in the dark brown shade. Hints is a makeup brand that I kept seeing on Instagram, and they opened up a flagship store in Hanam-dong in Seoul, so I was really keen to go and explore that on my last trip. And I don't know, I just guess what caught me is the packaging. It's super sleek. All the shades, apart from that green one, I mean, I'm not really sure that I would use that green shade, to be honest, are super flattering. As you can see, I have got quite the collection of Hints products. Absolutely beautiful. That is the blush and bronze contour. But for the favorite one, I am picking up the brow Cara. This is probably one product where if I don't do anything and I don't put makeup on during the day, I will just do my brows, because I just feel like if your brows are done, then I just feel a little bit more put together. I'm usually just a brow and lip oil kind of person if I do decide to wear makeup, which is very rare, especially now when I'm just literally living at home and being a bit of a hermit. Sorry, I'm just using the brow finder. Brow finder? You know what I mean. The camera screen to apply these. Might just check. But I love the tiny little brush. You can get really accurate on it. This is dark brown, which personally suits my hair color, which is dark brown, but I just find it really stays and gives my brows a little bit of volume, but without being too ridiculous. So I'm just going to even that out here. Sorry, I'm looking at my vanity mirror. But yeah, they always say like as soon as you do your brows, it kind of frames your face. So definitely like this, and I really like their eyeshadow palettes, just as an FYI. I only wanted to pick one product from Hints, but if you haven't checked that brand out already, I highly recommend that you do, because all the packaging is to die for, all of the shades are to die for, and yeah, that's why it's in my monthly favorites. Monthly favorites, best of 2023 favorites. Okay, so for blush, I've gone with this one from Musige Mansion, and again, you can tell I was a sucker for the packaging, because look at that. So I found out about this brand first of all because their lip products went viral. I'll show you the packaging of the lip products, and it's in this like glass, I don't know if it's glass, but it's like heavy duty plastic maybe. But these were kind of very popular in Korea, and they were all over Olive Young. I kept seeing them on Korean influencer social media pages, so I did buy this. So for a while they just had the lip products, and then they've expanded. And when I went to get my color analysis done in Korea, she specifically recommended this blush to me, and she said it was what she was wearing. So because I suffer from quite a lot of redness on my cheeks, she said that I should try, wait for it, a lavender purple blush. So this is how you open it. A lavender purple blush. Now, if you look at the color of this blush, you're probably thinking, what on earth? I mean, this is so far from what I would personally select. First of all, I usually will go for something more peachy, a little bit bronze, a little bit of sparkle. This basically looks like purple chalk in a pan, but it looked super flattering and very subtle when she was wearing it. And she basically said, because of the cool tones that I have and the redness that I have, the purple will just help neutralize that and give me a really light flushed look. It doesn't come out as purple on the skin because I've got my cool undertones and my redness in my cheeks. It comes out as this kind of very, very subtle light pink. And I did realize actually when during the color analysis they were talking about makeup is I probably overload on the blush quite a bit. So this enables me to keep it quite subtle. but I just thought that was super interesting about like color theory, which is what the color personalization is. But I was also very happy because it meant that I could get this delightfully packaged blusher. So yes, this is the one from Musige Mansion. It is in the shade number 1. And purple blush apparently is the way to go if you have redness in your cheeks like me. So as you can see, it doesn't really do much. It just kind of slightly lifts and gives me a light flushed look. But the idea, she said, is by using this, it makes you look fresher and younger. So, you know, approaching 37 now, so I need all the tips I can get. So purple blush, and oh, this packaging is so cute. Okay, so the next product I have for my 2023 favorites for makeup is this setting mist by Jung San-mul. So she's a very famous makeup artist in Korea, has a amazing makeup line. I especially love, let me see if I can open it from my makeup drawer, her BB cushions. So again, if you're in Korea, you should keep a lookout for those. But I always stock up on this when I go to Korea. This is her setting mist, and it says 3-in-1, so mist, fixer, boosting. But I just like that it is a milky texture, and it's super, I mean, it barely even comes up on camera. It's a super fine mist, so it doesn't leave those kind of like heavy droplets on your face. Absolutely love that one. Use it all the time if I want my makeup to last during the day. And then for eyes, I'm going in with this palette from Unleasher. So Unleasher is a makeup brand that we launched on Beauty and Soul last year, and their palettes have been super popular because they come out in 9 flattering shades. I think there's about 10 different varieties that we have on site. This one is Glitterpedia in number 4, all of Lavender Fog. So more purpley hues, because like I said, apparently I should be embracing more purple and lavender toned makeup. So all of these palettes are super flattering though, and they come with a mix of larger glitter eyeshadows, subtle shimmer, some matte as well, so you can create a whole host of different looks. So I'm just going to go in with a wash of base color. So this is like one of their lighter shades, which is a matte shade. And then I'm not really much of a makeup person, I don't really wear a lot of glitter. So I do find myself gravitating more towards the matte shades, but I do really like this darker shade here, which is slight shimmery, so I might just try and get a different brush and go in on the edges. If you have monolids, then you know how difficult it is to do a nice smoky eye. And then what I will usually do is get a big fluffy brush, blend it in, and then just put a little bit of the shimmer or the glitter shade in the center of my eyelid. So I'll blend it in with one of the lighter shades, and then, I mean, I think that's might be a bit too daring for me, so maybe I'll go with a more subtle purple glitter. But I find that these are quite pigmented compared to a lot of other eyeshadow palettes in Korea. I find a lot of them you've got to like really get a lot of product out to see any product, but the matte shades especially last a really long time. They also do glitter pots, so if, unlike me, you do like more glitter in your makeup, I know that they are extremely popular. They don't irritate your eyes. You can apply the glitter gel to your lower lash line if you like that look as well. So yes, really like the Unleasher palettes. They come in loads of different shades. I think the coral one is super pretty, and also the one with all the different brown shades is really nice, but personally I've been using the lavender one. And then finally for my lip product, I've got the Juicy Lasting Tint from Romand. This is in the shade number 25, Bare Grape, which again was the exact shade that was recommended for me by the lady that did my personal color analysis. Oh, I've got carpal tunnel in my wrist at the moment. It's very common in pregnancy, but I find opening things really difficult. But these lip tints, super popular. If you watch Singles Inferno, is it season 2 she was in, Songjia? She raved about the pomelo skin, so that's when it went viral. But this, like I said, is the shade Bare Grape, which personally I find super flattering. And these smell so good as well. They really do last, and the tints are very thin. They're quite forgiving. They smell amazing, and they've got lots of different fruit extracts in, so they are highly nourishing as well. The thing I find, because I have super dry lips, is sometimes with lip tints they kind of accentuate that, or they like get stuck in cracks and they just don't look very nice. These actually keep my lips feeling quite moisturized but still give them the pop of color. And I would say they kind of have a slight glossy finish. They're definitely not a matte lip tint, but I just find they're super flattering. And like I said, Bare Grape number 25 is my favorite one. So that is my very simple makeup look. Like I said, definitely not one for makeup. I don't really wear much makeup. This is quite a lot of makeup for me. I normally will just do lip and brows, but I wanted to share some of my favorite makeup products, well, K-Beauty makeup products from last year that I kept, I guess, reaching for. And yeah, let me know what your favorite makeup from last year was. I definitely am getting more into makeup, but I feel like when baby girl arrives, I probably won't be wearing makeup for quite some time. But I'm looking forward to a time when I can get back to feeling a little bit more myself and making the effort to wear makeup on a regular basis, because I do find as soon as I put makeup on, I do feel a lot better in myself. So yeah, any suggestions and recommendations, do let me know, and I will see you in the next video if I have not given birth by then. Take care, bye.